Hi. Hello. I'm here with Cedric Phillips and the recently pied Gerry Thompson. He's done a very good job of cleaning himself off, but you guys just missed Chapin coming up from behind him and getting him with a nice big whipped cream pie while he was in the middle of another interview. It was pretty solid.
Want some pie? I don't. I'm good.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
The two of you guys spent some time leading up to this event brewing a nice little Aluren deck, if I'm not mistaken, right?
This is true. Most of the credit goes to Cedric, to be fair.
That's fair.
But he also stole that from Scott Violet. I did. I'm a thief, and I improved his deck and played it a bunch online, and I'm the guy that was winning Premier events with it on Magic Online for a little while. So.
All right. Well, I mean, Aluren has been a pet deck of mine. I played it for like 3 extended seasons in a row. It was one of my favorite decks. So seeing you guys come up with this has just made me giddy inside. So let's take a walk through, because this is the Legacy version, which is a little bit different than any version you may have seen before. So
this is not your father's Aluren deck.
All right. Why don't you take me through this wonderful block of creatures we've got right here?
These are all very powerful animals. Basically, the combo is you play Aluren, and then you play Imperial Recruiter, and then they die.
Lovely. There are a few other steps that go in between those, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, but, you know, that's the important one.
Yeah, okay.
So you play Recruiter, get another Recruiter, and then you end up with all 4 of those, and then you get a Dreamstalker. And when you play that, you get to pick up any one of your Recruiters. It doesn't target, so they can't blow you out with a spot removal spell.
Okay.
If they're intelligent, they can kill your Dreamstalker, which shuts you down, but to, counteract that, we have 2 Dreamstalkers.
Yeah.
So they need 2 removal spells to stop it. So you Dreamstalker the Recruiter, play Recruiter, get another Dreamstalker.
Okay.
Play a Dreamstalker, get Recruiter, get Cavern Harpy, get Dreamstalker, get Recruiter, get Parasitic Strix, and kill them.
Strix, gain 2, pay 1, bring back, put back down, get Strix again, kill them again, run through the loop.
Exactly.
All right.
All for free.
Man, Aluren is a very powerful card. Unfortunately, most people are aiming to end the game by around turn 3 or so. So it looks like you've got Birds of Paradise over here. You've also got some wonderful lands right here that tap for 2 mana and a couple Cities of Traders and Havenwood Battle. You guys, this is a card that has been hanging around for a little while. I mean, this is a Fallen Empires card.
That's an old one.
Yeah.
That card sucks, though. I don't like that card.
Not a fan?
I liked it.
It was no good.
How has City of Traders been treating you? Because I know
The actual nuts.
Yeah, that card's pretty good.
Excellent.
That was my innovation.
Yeah.
The actual good part of it.
Yeah, everybody's got to have a little. I mean, and this is a combo deck, so you've got to have some amount of protection for it and some amount of search. So it looks like, let me move these over to the other side right here, because they belong next to Force of Will, because Force of Will and Cabal Therapy fill effectively the same role for this deck, which is making sure that your opponent cannot stop you from doing anything while you pie all over the table. Effectively,
right. We got some plenty of good creatures to sacrifice to Cabal Therapy. Birds of Paradise goes dead after a while. Coiling Oracle gets its value, and then you can sacrifice it to Therapy.
I mean, you're basically playing the Coiling Oracle as a 2-drop Wood Elves.
It's
hopefully.
Kind of like a Wall of Blossoms. It draws a card, but it can also put a land into play.
Pitches the Force of Will.
Yeah, that's very useful too.
And when you put a City of Traders into play, it doesn't count as a land drop for the turn, so you just kind of get 2 free ones off of that. So it's actually really, really good in the deck.
You can go into manual mode if you have a Cavern Harpy.
Yeah.
Just draw cards that way. And to go with the therapies, we have Intuition as our tutor. Like, you might wonder why we play Therapy instead of like Thoughtseize or Duress. Especially someone like me who's been out of practice with Cabal Therapy. Used to be a sniper, not so much anymore.
Yeah.
But we can Intuition for 3 therapies and just wreck their entire hand.
Yeah. And the Limdul's Vault, I've been seeing this card a lot. I like it because it effectively for you guys, it acts like a demonic tutor for you guys, but you can pitch it to Force of Will.
Yeah.
So
it's a little awkward with these lands in the mana base.
Yeah.
But the main reason I wanted it was because of the sideboard plan, actually.
Well, while we're on the topic, let's take a look at this beast over here. So I got to see this in action last round. The Natural Orders right here, and then Big Papa Progenitus hanging off in the corner over there.
We got Dryad Arbor to fetch out here.
Yep.
Even though it's in a different language, it does have protection from everything,
including English apparently.
That's correct.
So yeah.
But I wanted to side down to 1 Aluren because you need the slots against these decks. When your combo takes up a lot of space, and against some decks you want both combos. And I wanted to be able to still Intuition for Aluren, so I wanted to play 2 Windbell's Vault's main and 1 in the sideboard to bring in with the Natural Orders.
Right.
But just like space and overall laziness and apathy led me to just play with one. So it's kind of awkward. You could probably cut it if you want to. Like I said, doesn't play well with Haven Battleground. So
lack of practice and apathy. I mean, the skills of a
lack of practice. I had the plan all mapped out, and I played plenty of games with the deck. But when it came to crunch time and me filling out my deck list, I'm just like, don't really want to cut anything.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so many places your hand can go.
It could just be the 4th Coiling Oracle. You know, that'd probably be fun.
All right. Let's take a look at the rest of this here. Like, we've got Crows and Grips, which obviously makes sense against Counterbalance and a lot of the other like enchantment and artifact-based decks in this format.
Right. I think Thoughts is the best card in the sideboard because then I don't completely brick on Cabal Therapy.
Nice. Yeah. Get a little extra information beforehand.
Little training wheels.
Yeah.
Little additional discard doesn't hurt.
When you're out of practice for sniping, sometimes you need somebody to bring out the big wheel for you.
Help me out, someone. Thoughtseize?
You're pathetic.
Agreed.
All right, so it looks like we got 3 other little Silver Bullet style creatures down here.
Yep, all tutorable with Recruiter. We have Lawan, the Cephalid Empress for Merfolk. That card is awesome.
Yep.
If they don't have Aether Vial, it's pretty hard for them to beat that card. Fairy Macabre, not that good. I don't even think Cedric played it, did he?
No, I didn't play it. I played a Venser instead, which was awesome.
Yeah. Well,
man, and seeing how much you love a Dredge deck, like, although it's not that good against Dredge, since you're kind of hoping to get the that's more for a Reanimator hitting single target stuff rather than mass graveyard removal.
Reanimator, and there were some Cephalid Breakfast decks with Stutrid Ghoul kind of popping up. I tested that for a little while.
Yeah.
So it's a nice answer, but it's not necessary. Venser was a lot better.
Cool.
Macabre just buys you a couple turns against those graveyard decks.
Yeah.
So not that good. Yeah. And then Harmonic Sliver to kill, Ethersworn Canonist, Counterbalance, whatever thing they have that's stopping you from comboing.
Right.
And then I have a Life from the Loam, and good with Intuition, obviously. There's a lot of decks with Wasteland, so you kind of want that against them. And against control decks, you can Intuition for like Aloma Therapy and Volroth Stronghold, and then just grind them out that way, like Return of Witness.
Okay. Let's see, guys. I mean, the combo seems like once you get going, like Aluren has always struck me as one of the more intricate combos because there is a definite set order of things you got to do, and you really need to protect it. But once it goes, it's super powerful. How difficult is this deck to play?
It's hard to say because like you can just play Aluren on turn 2 or turn 3 and Recruiter and they're dead.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't happen, like the turns are pretty complicated.
Yeah, it's a combo deck with a lot of interaction, a lot of decisions. I mean, brainstorming is never easy. Intuitioning at the right moment around counter spells, what to force and what not to force, because we only have so many blue cards in our deck, which is one of the weaknesses of the deck. We just don't have very many blue cards that you actually just want to throw away. I mean, you have to throw some away just so you don't die sometimes. So, what the right card to remove is, what to name with Therapy. I mean, there are a lot of decisions. So
even just like what lands to fetch, it's so hard because like especially against a deck with Wasteland, it's just difficult. Like, do I fetch my red now and risk it getting blown up? Do I get Underground Sea or
Forest?
Draw?
You
have a lot of decisions, a lot of practice. I mean, I tested a lot with the deck and didn't do well in the tournament, unfortunately. But I mean, practiced a lot, and I was doing really bad at the beginning. And then once I figured out how to play it, that's when I started winning. And I still don't feel like I played perfect or anything. I still make mistakes, but I think it's a really good deck.
Awesome. So with a little bit of practice, this super powerful combo deck could actually be a reasonable choice for people looking to gear up for Legacy tournaments here in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good against Goblins, good against Zoo. The Merfolk matchup seemed fine to me. I play against that deck.
I don't think it's bad. I think the Merfolk matchup is good.
Yeah.
The counterbalance matchup's real close.
Agreed. Sometimes you can catch them off guard with Natural Order, and a lot of decks just. I mean, it's not even like they can sideboard in anything. They just have nothing to answer in their decks. So.
Yeah, I mean, it has protection from everything.
Everything.
I don't know if you understand.
What could you possibly do?
Everything.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Exactly. So it's there.
All right. Well, since we know that it's got protection from everything, we're going to give it protection from the end of this interview. Appreciate it, guys.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, exactly. I'm the master of segways, and I mean the little scooters, not actual segways.
I've seen you in action.
I'm a Segway joust master. So, but I appreciate it, Gerry, Cedric. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys. And hey, keep it up, Gerry. Keep smashing in the tournaments. Cedric, win the PTQ. Yeah.
All right. Keep smashing would imply that I am already smashing.
Yes.
All right, we'll start smashing.
A little late.
Little late. Fair enough. Well, guys, have a good one, and appreciate your time.